Hey there, honey bunnies. Welcome to episode 128 of the Sovereign Storytellers podcast with your host, Michelle Wolf. For this episode, I just want to talk to you about what should we talk about? Let's talk about doing the things that scare you, the things that you repeatedly are told by readers or your own guides or synchronicities to do, but you just don't do them. You know you're supposed to do the thing. People keep telling you to do the thing, and yet you don't do the thing, and you wander around wondering why your life isn't working. How am I going to make a title out of that anyway? It's funny, this little podcast experiment. This is an example of doing what you love to do with no attachment to it. So this is, if you're a projector in human design or a generator, a manifesting generator, or in the quantum human design language by Karen Curry Parker, if you're a projector, it would be orchestrator. If you're a generator, it's alchemist. If you're a manifesting generator, you're a time bender. If you're a manifester, you're an initiator. And if you're a reflector, you're a calibrator. Because most of us know the traditional language, that's the one I'll mostly stick to, although I am trained in the quantum human design language, and I highly recommend you check that out if you don't already know. So you're, as a projector and generator, manifesting generator, you're not supposed to initiate. Initiate means cold calling clients. Reflectors, calibrators, I feel are a little bit different. But it also wouldn't be like cold calling. Manifestors, y'all can get away with that if you're following your authentic creative urge. But the rest of us are not supposed to do that. And so a common question I get is, how am I supposed to build a business? How am I supposed to find a partner, we'll just say partner, a new job, a new place to live, blah, blah, blah. How am I supposed to how am I supposed to do all that if I can't initiate, if I have to wait for recognition or an invitation? Well, by doing the things you love doing. By doing the things you love doing. We feel like we have to work and then do the things we love doing, because ingrained in our system, doing the things that make money aren't fun. Like it's somehow naughty if you make money doing the things you love. But you can make money doing the things you love if it's truly without attachment, if it's truly doing what you love because you love what you're doing. And if it makes money as a side effect, great, but that's not your motivation. Now, it doesn't matter. You can make all the money you want, and you should, because the more money in good people's hands, the more good things are going to happen. There is nothing noble about hanging out in poverty where you can't help yourself or anybody else. So make all the monies, but it can't be the primary motivator, because I don't know if you've noticed this or not, it doesn't work. Dating somebody for the primary purpose of making them your wife, husband, whatever, it doesn't generally work. People feel the agenda, whether you're selling a program or selling a wedding ring. They feel it. They know it. It's like a tiger with a T-bone steak. You know when you're being pursued, and generally it doesn't feel very good. Even in a dating situation, like that's kind of flattering and fun for a while, but it also can quickly teeter into being stalked. So let's use the podcast as an example. This podcast that you're listening to right now is obviously not professionally produced. As most of you know, if you've been listening for any length of time, I'm recording it in my car. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm sitting in the driveway in my car at this moment. Or I'm sitting in the bathroom because the bathroom has great acoustics and the car has great acoustics. I'm using an Impal headset. The left ear doesn't work anymore. I can't replace it because, as you know, these things come and go, and I should have bought 5 of them once I figured out I loved it. Can't get another one, refuse to give this one up. I paid $40 for a new one. I hate it. So I returned it, and then I got another one. I hate that one. I like this one. So it cost me about $20 3 or 4 years ago. This podcast used to have an introduction, and I used to run it through Audacity and edit the sound, and I had it's an outro, right? It had an intro and an outro. That lasted for maybe 5 or 6 episodes before I was like, yeah, I don't love this. I love the talking part. I don't love this polishing part. So I'm just going to talk into a microphone. I use a voice recorder on my cell phone. I did pay a whopping $5 for the professional one. I upload that to Libsyn while I'm still in the car usually, and then I go open it on the laptop and add the description and the photo. And that's it. And that cost me $15 a month. And it generates hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Not because I am filling it up with ads and sponsorships, but because over time, the podcast has been the most productive for bringing y'all in to have a human design foundation session or to have a clarity session or to have a session of some kind with me. Because on the podcast, it's for me and for you. I created the podcast to have a place to say the things that I wanted to say and trust that the people who needed to hear them would hear them, would find that episode at the right time, just when they needed it. And the podcast episodes are always there, right? Not like on social media where you have a post, and if you're a daily poster like me, your posts sink down, the news feed pretty rapidly. But you can always grab a podcast episode. So it is but had I set out, I'm going to make a podcast so that it can be a lead generator so that people will book discovery calls with me, and then they'll book a session with me, and then I'll be working from a beach somewhere, If I had created it out of some business course that said, you should do a podcast in order to get clients, it probably wouldn't have worked, right? Because that would be initiating energy. That would be me talking at you instead of me sharing with you. Sharing my journey, sharing my experience, giving you tips, sharing what's on my heart to share without attachment to where it goes. So when you're studying human design or you're in a business class or whatever, and you are not a manifester type, and you're worried about how to, air quote, get clients, back it up a notch and look at what you love. What do you love to do? How do you love to share information? What gets you excited? And when you're excited about something, how do you share about it? Do you call people on the phone? Don't call me on the phone because I won't answer it. I think there's only like 3 people on the planet who have my phone number. I don't, yeah. I like voice apps and texting. um, Do you post it on social media? And if so, which platform do you like? Do you directly text your friends, "Hey, I just saw this movie. I can't wait for you to see it. It's all about this and that, and it relates to these things we have in common, yada yada." The normal sharing your excitement kind of conversation. That is what should be driving your business. That is what you should be doing the things you love. If you are running a business and you don't love doing the things, then cash it in right now, because that is never going to work. You have to love what you're talking about, because you're going to be talking about it a lot before you make money, because there's so much stuff you have to work through. The technology, the marketing, you do have to do those things. But when you do them in a way and you love them, it doesn't feel like work, because again, we have equated work with agony. My work is not agonizing, because there's occasional times that I have to do things to fill in the gaps of income. But even those that I do, I enjoy. I enjoy substitute teaching. It's very tiring, because seventh graders, seventh graders who are mostly Spanish speaking, and my Espanol es muy poquito, and I probably just butchered that one. Poquito, little bit. But I love it when they call me abuela or abuelita, right? So even the things that I occasionally do to fill in some cash flow gaps, I still pick things that I enjoy doing. There have been times that I hated my job. Even recently, I took a job, and every day it was getting worse and worse and worse. And I was praying for a solution, and the very next day, that solution happened, and now I love what I do every single day. I love it. I look forward to it. My own work and this other part-time job with, I'm actually doing some tech support for Karen Curry Parker, and I'm loving it. I don't make a Facebook post because I think I need to make a Facebook post to sell some stuff, although often my Facebook posts have a call to action at the bottom of them, because I'm usually selling something. So you can do that when you're a projector or a reflector or a generator or a manifesting generator, because you're sharing what you love. I'm always sharing what I love, and I always try to make it, here's how you can do this too, whether you ever buy anything from me. There's enough in these podcast episodes that you don't ever have to have a session. There's enough tips and tricks, and here's how you do this, and here's how you do that. So just sharing what I love, just creating a podcast so that I have a place that when I have an energy surging through me, or I'm feeling excited about something, or I want to connect to whoever needs to be connected to, I can, grab my phone, the headset, run out to the car, hop in, and start blabbing at you. Simple. And I'm not attached to the outcome. Most people that I talk to, when they haven't made that shift yet, when they say the word marketing, their face changes, just like I asked them, "Hey, does this milk smell bad? Has the milk gone sour? Could you smell this?" They make a face, and their shoulders drop, and their face drops, and their body looks sad, because they're not happy about how it's being done. Either they're not happy about how it's being done, or how they're being told to do it, or they're actually not happy about the topic. They're only doing the topic because they think it will make money, that it will bring in some clients, which brings in some income. If that's happening to you, you really are wasting your time. And you will do better to go to the park and sit. I'm not kidding. You would be better off going to the park and sitting there with a pen and a notebook all day long. Take a picnic, some water, whatever you do to keep the bugs off you, and go sit there with a notebook and just wait until something comes into your mind and start writing about it. And then that flood of information will stop and you sit there, have a snack, drink some water, watch the ducks if you have ducks, and wait for the next burst of a thought, a sentence, a memory, a symbol, a bird in front of you or a bird in your memory, and then write some more. And then take what that day's writing or half day, whatever you can pull off, and ask yourself, if I were sharing this with a friend, someone I loved, someone I really wanted to benefit from all the automatic writing I did today, how would I do it? Where would I do it? What would I say? And where would I say it? And how would I feel as I was passing on that information? All your marketing should be coming from that place. All your business activities should be things that you love doing in the sense that you're in service to others, right? I don't love doing my taxes. I actually fucking hate it. And I always put it off, and I am pretty sure every year I have screwed it up somehow or another because these are things I'm not good at, but insist on doing myself. So, I don't love doing that, but I love being in service to you. And doing the taxes is part of that. So I do it. I don't make a big deal out of it, other than dragging my feet. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't like moan and groan and complain and go on Facebook and whine about, I had to spend all day doing my taxes. No, I don't. I just do it because I care about doing this work, because I care about you who end up finding this work, who end up listening and benefiting from me being willing to pay $15 a month and do with what, grab the tools that I have at hand and do something with them. You can do that. You don't have to spend a bunch of money. So many people don't start a podcast because they're like, oh, I need the microphone and the this and that and an editor and which platform and artwork and all this, all the things we do to stop ourselves from doing what we love. And when I tell people, get a headset, get a voice recorder on your cell phone, go sit in your bathroom, it probably has the best acoustics, and start talking. And that's it. And then load it up on Libsyn, which is not hard to figure out. Grab a piece of artwork off of Canva and do it. Most people do not hear me because I'm a projector and I didn't wait for them. Like, they weren't necessarily asking for input, and I jump in, oh my God, you don't have to do that. You can do this and this and this. And they either don't hear me or they're like, oh, that's ridiculous. But it's not. Obviously, it's working. It gives me an outlet that I can access anytime, day or night. And then the episodes are there for anybody who needs them anytime, day or night. It's easy. It can all be easy. Yes, I should be. And I do have the podcast equipment. I have a mixer and everything. And yeah, I should be maybe doing it that way. But I don't want to. It doesn't feel good to me to have to set all that stuff up. I like the sound when I do set it all up, but it's just a pain in the ass. So Where can you be more free to express without an agenda? Let's say you go see a movie, whatever movie is out, and you love it. You love it so much. It has so much of an impact on you. You can't wait to tell all your friends and family to go see this movie. Bring that same exact, I can't wait to share with you this thing that made me happy and I think will make you happy also. Whatever word you slap on that package of energy, that's where you should be marketing from. Marketing from your excitement, marketing from your sharing. It's marketing without marketing, right? It's just natural sharing. The only marketing piece about it is you might want to give it a little structure, and you do want to put your website and a call to action at the bottom. A call to action is just, hey, I have a spot open, and I do actually have one spot open in my one-on-one package, which is a 6-month package, and it's tailored to fit you and what you're doing and what you want to accomplish. That's a call to action. So it's that simple. Hey, book a discovery call if you want to talk to me directly. Yada yada website. Hey, I'm taking new clients, or hey, I've got this new reading I'm trying out and you can get it for a lower price because I'm trying it out. I'm just going to see what happens. That's the same thing I would do if I said, hey, I found this great sandwich place and they have gluten-free bread. And if you're vegetarian or vegan, they have those options too. And it's over here and you go down this street. And if you go between 4 and 6, you get a free drink, And so go try it. Same thing. It's just an energy. You're keeping your big goal in mind, which is to share what you love. And I just yawned in your ear. And you know what? I won't be editing that out. Because I don't want to. Do what you love. Market only about the things you love. And if you need to take a side job for your side job, if you need to pick up a side hustle here and there to be able to only market about what you love, then do that. Because to do it any other way doesn't work. It leaves you exhausted. It leaves you, in human design terms, bitter and resentful, or angry and frustrated or disappointed in humanity. It leaves you as a miserable wretch. And so why waste your time? Don't even do it. We tell ourselves, well, I have to do these things because I have to get clients, and then it doesn't work. So you wasted all that time. Again, you might as well spend that time in the park with a notebook or a voice recorder if you don't like to write. If you go sit out in nature long enough, you're gonna think of something. Something's going to come to you. Information about how you're blocking yourself, information about things you want to share. All of a sudden, two disparate pieces of information come together and you have a breakthrough moment or an insightful moment, and you're like, oh my God, I have got to tell everybody about this. But we don't give ourselves the time and space for those things to come into us because we're too busy trying to figure out how to market. We're too busy watching our latest webinars. I am terrible guilty about this until the last year and a half or so. And things are getting better. Now, I will say sales were down for quite a while, and that was true across the board. And I honestly wish more people talked about it because I've had people come through and I've said, it's not just you whose sales are low. The whole world is suffering and people are not real focused on building their personal character right now, or they're not real, you know what I mean? Like, it was scary to spend money for a while. I think most people in general feel a little bit more comfortable spending a little bit of money on their personal development or their psychic development or growing a business or whatever now. But, if your sales were down last year, don't worry about it. Everybody's were. And if they weren't, hallelujah, Jesus. Good for you. Tell us how you did it. Right? Okay. I really don't feel like I have a real strong message for you tonight other than look at how you can take the energy of sharing what you love and put that into whatever business you're trying to build. Put that in. So how would that work if you're trying to date, trying to find a partner? You would just move through the world sharing about the things you love. It's no different, right? It makes you magnetic. And the universe already knows what you want. The universe already knows that you're ready for a partner. Universe, if you're listening, I'm ready for a partner. Right? But as a projector, I can't go ask it doesn't work for me to say, "Oh, I'm attracted to you. Would you like to explore options? Would you like to explore how we can make a relationship work? Are you interested in that?" Like, that doesn't work for me. But what I can do is show myself and be authentic and say what I want to say and laugh how I laugh and talk how I normally talk and just be normal. My normal, which maybe isn't normal, but my normal. It's the same with business. You just be your normal. Just be your normal. However you talk, talk that way. However, the things that you're interested, share those. I promise you're not the only one that's interested in it. I promise you're not. But you won't know that unless you share it. Dress how you would normally dress. Get on the social media platforms that you normally are on. Don't go sign up for Instagram and Twitter if you spend most of your time on Facebook and TikTok. Don't bother. It's a waste of your time. Take what you have right now and spin it. Put more joy into it. Put more interest and enthusiasm into it and give people a way to contact you. Y'all know my website is thatmichellewolf.com. That website is being slowly redesigned. I'll have a new website for human design launching on May 1st. It's going to have just human design stuff on it. Now that I'm comfortable managing multiple websites and building websites for other people and doing copywriting and all these other things that I haven't been advertising a whole lot, I'm doing some changes. But you can still find me at thatmichellewolf.com. You can still email me, info@thatmichellewolf.com. I forgot the .com. But you can find me on Facebook. Like, y'all can find me. You can book a discovery call at, what is that one? Let's see. It's michellewolf.as.me, like michellewolf.as.me. Put that in and the free discovery call will be right there on the menu. You can talk to me for 15 minutes if you're ready to work with me and we can figure out which of my offerings is going to be best for you. Right? So that's all you have to do. The more you do things that you love doing, the brighter you shine, the more opportunities you get for things to respond to if you're a generator, manifesting generator. More invitations and recognition start to show up for you if you're a projector. More opportunities to experience delight and surprise if you're a reflector. More opportunities for you to initiate others if you're a manifester, to start new things in the world. The core of it, the heart of it is just seriously, this sounds so stupid. It sounds like cat poster philosophy or fortune cookie wisdom. Seriously? Just be yourself. And the follow-up is always, but I don't know how to do that. Then that's your work. That's what you need to be doing. Who are you when you're with your best friends and you're playing and having a good time? That's the energy that needs to be doing the marketing. That's the energy that needs to be looking at what you want to create a business around, what kind of offers you want to make, what kind of new job do you want if you're not an entrepreneur, what kind of partner do you want if you're in the market for a new relationship. That's the kind of energy you should be bringing to the table all the time, because that is what draws it to you without you having to create an ideal client avatar. Ugh. Right? If I never make another ideal client avatar, it will be too soon. Okay, anyway, now I'm just repeating myself and rambling. You know why? Probably because it's now 11:30 and I'm sitting in my driveway in my car with no real plan, because that's what this podcast is. It's me thinking about you and sharing whatever's in my little pea brain to share. Make it simple for yourself like that. Make it simple and easy and comfortable and enthusiastic and loving. Get in your heart. Talk to the world like it's your best friend. And that's what starts coming back at you. Okay? You might as well try it. You've got nothing to lose. All the marketing you're doing that's making your stomach hurt is wasted time. You go sit in the park and see what happens. Just try it. Don't take my word for it. Go to the movies for the day. See what happens. Take a little notebook with you. For God's sake, don't turn your phone on in the movie. Right? Someone's going to hit you in the back of the head with a cup of Coke. But you know what I mean? Go do something fun. You might as well. You're not accomplishing anything anyway when you're forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do. All right, that's enough for now. All right, you know where to find me. If you want some help, I do encourage you to explore your human design. It is a game changer. I know that's such a cliche, but it's actually true. And yes, thank you very much for listening. For those of you who have come into my world and had sessions with me because of the podcast, I deeply appreciate that. Like, I can't even tell you. It's such a gift. It's unexpected. And I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. All right, sending you so much love. And until we talk again, think less, feel more. We'll talk to you later.